Hello everybody, Kaz Craft Art here. I am going to do a time-lapse video this time. It will be a 3-color guinea pig. I will be showing the 3 colors. I will be going on to do wax, if some of you are interested in how to do the wax ears, and I will elaborate on the nose and a little bit more on the eye because I know I missed that in the last video. So hopefully all go well. This little guy will be a multicolor, and I will probably come back now and again just to elaborate on some things. Otherwise, let's get into it. Alright, hi guys, yes, so I just thought I'd pop in real quick and tell you that I roll these because it's actually a little bit easier when wrapping these in around the cores, so that it makes it much easier, and you can not use as much, of course. You'll probably only use about yay much anyway, but it just makes it a lot easier. So I thought I'd just pop in and tell you that. So this is for those who haven't watched the other video. So guinea pig feet are really weird. You have 4 back paws, claws, 4 claws for the front paw and 3 claws for the back paw. As you can see, I've made a nice little contribution to this. I wanted to do separate feet, so I wanted to do brown, orange, brown, so that my little have patches on the opposite sides. It is up to you how you want to do your little guinea pig. You can do a full saddle point, so it's all brown and all golden, or vice versa. So yeah, I just thought I'd quickly drop that there and let you know that this is a 3 paws and this is 4 paws. So again, I don't fuss about the claws because they will be forgotten. It's the matter of just making sure you do have the right feet for the right one. Alrighty, so I thought I'd just quickly jump in. So I quickly will show you the nose up close because I get obsessed with noses, just in case you hadn't noticed. they are two little nostrils, not one line straight across. I'd like to do a little bit of shading in there. As you can see, it's like lighter and darker. The two pinks work really well together. That's why some kits have both. And also a lot of this will all be covered with fur anyway, so I try and get that little chin in there. It's not coming out the way I normally do it. His didn't really do it either, so yeah, it's there. It's a work in progress. So I have slowly mastered it, I think. And yeah, in the eyes, these eyes are relatively high on the head, but that's okay because guinea pigs kind of are scared of everything, so they have to look up in the sky all the time. Hence why their eyes are technically on top of their head and not the sides, even though they are on the side. But he is coming along, and we will put the legs on and then start furring. Alright, so on my last video I actually used the wool as your ears. You can do that. I put it here because I was thinking of doing it, but then I have done this before where I use felt sheets. You just get from the $2 shop, little thin ones. I literally cut out a corner and then I cut out a tiny little piece. They look like I laid them together and I cut them out like that. They will sit cutely on our awesome little creature. They can be, you can actually felt them on there as they are. It won't really matter. They are, as you can see, they're just little ears. You could do it after you get a X amount of fur on because the ears can get in the way when you're trying to do stuff. I usually just do my fur up until the neck and then I put the ears on. As you can see, I've marked up the guinea pig. I was going to do one brown eye, one orange eye, or two orange eyes. I'm not sure yet. I like patches. I do like patches. They are a little bit more work. They're a little bit more cuteness involved. But yeah, for this thing, I'm also going to be using the wax. Wax is relatively easy to use. Alright, so as you can see, I've got the layout of different waxes. Now I buy my waxes, or I buy all my supplies from Winter Woodland Toys on the internet. So she has these lovely little molding waxes. I have used beeswax. Beeswax is good. It's just really hard to get coloured waxes, and most of them are for some reason from the US, so I don't like getting wax from there because it kind of costs a lot in shipping. So these are the main colours. I've got those ones. I add a little bit of everything. You don't need a lot of wax. This is my little wax maker. I'm going to put the wax in there and, you know, hopefully all goes well. Now wax is hot. It is going to hurt. It is going to be hours. There will be moments, and yeah, hopefully all will go well. So we will get started on melting the wax, and then I will do a talk through on the next part. Alright, so I have basically waited for the wax to melt. While I was doing that, I also decided to put a little bit of a tail, so I had some grip when I go to put it on. So I'll just make a little, roughly the same length. Doesn't have to be too fancy. It is going to be covered by other wool. I like to match the colour I'm doing. Yes, I've gone for 2 different coloured ears, which will look reasonably cute, reasonably well worth it. So it's just a little tail so that it can actually sit on there, and also blends in a little bit better with the colour that I'm choosing. Now I don't have brown wax, I have black wax, so I've been making black with orange or peach or pumpkin, whatever you want to call it. I'm hoping that'll help transfer the colours I need. It's not a major thing. I mean, like I said, it's just this is just to hold it on. If you feel the need, you need a lot more. This is probably all going to be covered in wax, because the tail end is relatively, and it also gives me something to hold on to while I'm waxing. So let's do it. I shall do it. I had a silicone mat so that I can do it. Now I have my little thing in front of me. You won't see it, but that's okay. I'm just going to dunk it in. And it's got wax on there. I'm just going to press it down. It does hurt. Don't be afraid. See, it dries. It goes nice when you got enough on there. It goes far. That's the main thing. I like the idea of the wax on the ears because they add a little bit more structure. I have had the felt ears that without any wax, and they look reasonably cute too. They're easy enough to do if you don't want to stab your wool all day. I haven't really that'll be fun in there, won't it? So if you do pour a lot on like I just did, wait for it to cool down because you will burn yourself. Any little excess waxes I just pop back in there. It's not a bad thing. The other thing is, if you don't have a little wax melter, you can always buy a mug warmer. They work really well. I've got one cooking as well, so I can always have extra. Just mind you, use a little tin tray to do it. So you can see this is relatively coming up nicely, how they, and then you can really kind of shape those ears into little shapes. You can also put the little kinks in there. The other thing is the wax it stays pliable, so it's always shapeable. I quite like that, because guinea pigs have like a little leathery look to their ears. They come up nicely, I think. If in doubt, spread it out. Yes, my cat is in here and it has decided to climb up and find birds out the window that it will never get. And it thinks it's a baby. It's not. She is quite a big talkative cat. She is a Devon Rex, so chatterboxes is what they are. Okay, so that came up relatively good. It doesn't really matter, I'm just doing a test here just to show you. So if you put the little kinks in, they kind of stay there. It is like I said, the shape I chose. I don't think about my things when I do them. They are literally like a moon shape. I don't know if that rocks up. It is a moon shape. Yeah. So there's that, and that's how we do that. Okay, so as you can see, all the fluff, it's a mess, it's a mess. So I have actually got less orange than I wanted. Clearly the pack that I made up didn't have enough. So this is my shearer. It is going to shear my awesomeness away. I thought I'd show you this very quietly how awesome a shearer it is. You can get these. This is a pet one, cordless. Just so you don't have to stress about all these awesome. Yeah, open the bottom of the cardboard. Yeah, if I take big chunks, I'm pretty bad at it. You can get the awesome out of it now. Let me try them. You might get the legs. They are in there. I actually brought another brush with me. It's a little, it picks up all the fibres, so caught on all the grooves and stuff. So as you can see, this is kind of coming along, and we will come back to more of this in the future. So I don't like to do the final trim here. I like to just kind of define it. Sometimes I do it. You can see it just comes right down. So that's kind of how I trim it up when I'm in a hurry or I can't be bothered trimming it with scissors. It comes up nice. That's why I say I'll leave it as fluffy as possible. I try and tack more back so that it less is actually cut off, more is trimmed in the length rather than the body. And that's how we do our shavings. Hi guys, so I have gotten this far. I had a lot of disruptions in the last video. You may not have noticed because it was time-lapsed, but this time I'm going to put the ears on just to show you. Now our ears are as we had the little wax ears. These wax ears are going to be foldable, so they look stiff, but they're actually quite bendable. And because they're wax, you can actually melt them back into each other, so it's not too bad. It's moldable wax, so I like to keep them rounded rather than jagged. You can do stuff later on. You can mold it where you want. Now, the question is, do I want orange cheek, brown cheek, or do I want brown cheek, orange cheek, orange cheek, brown cheek? I don't know. I mean, it is optional. These two pieces here, they kind of flow better. You work out which way you want your ears because of the shape of the, you know, the uppity part. The other thing I am going to do before I do put them on, once I actually come to a conclusion, is you actually put a little bit of colour of the choice that you want, because if you don't and the ears are, yeah, you're going to have a little white showing through. I think I had it on the last one. It was quite noticeable. You just grab a swash of colour. Because my guinea pig is going to be brown on one side, clearly I'm doing pat brown on this side. I didn't even think about it. I just go where it's supposed to be good. I'm just going to put it up in here. You can always cover it if you need to. Now, this is not what I normally do, so bear with me. I'm just kind of filling in this bit here because the ear will hang over it, but I don't want to have to accidentally stab the thing. As you can tell, I haven't done the eye part because I didn't know which one was going to have the pink around the eye. And in this case, I don't even know if I'm going to worry about it. So that little tassel I'm just going to leave there because it's technically perfect what it's doing. It is the start. So I can have a rather big eye because I haven't got too much of this orange left, so I'm a bit worried. My little orange eye. I'll do the same on this side because it's easier to do it that way. Yeah, once you get into the guinea pig world, kind of can't break out of it. I haven't had a need to. These little creatures are quite fun to make. I love characterizing them. I've managed to make a couple that have been, every single one of them is unique and interesting. I have upgraded the original boxes, so if you buy a solid color you actually get white with it, so that you can put like a white blaze on his little face. I'm just going around this eye bit here because I can. It will get blended in, don't stress. But what I'm going to actually do is do this a pink if I have some. Yes, I do. I have plenty left over. Now this is the pink from his, well, yeah. No, I didn't even do pink feet, so don't stress. This is the pink from his nose. Yeah, I've learned to roll my wool rather than trying to felt it. So it makes nice little sausages. Just to get this pink around this eye. So it's a bit like when we done the eye in the beginning. I wrapped it around. I don't even know if I filmed that bit, but I did. So yeah, I am definitely enjoying this whole process. I think this is the third or fourth guinea pig this week as I've been under pressure to make lots of them. Well, I put myself under pressure. I don't know about the people wanting them. I enjoy making them, so I'm just going to cut this little bit off. Okay, I don't like cutting it, but whatever. Here we go. So I'll just tap that down. I know it doesn't, it looks a bit shock horrid, right? Poor little thing. He looks a bit shock horrid. Don't worry, once we put the ear on, you won't even notice it. So this is his ear. I'm just gonna fold it down roughly here and here. Now, because it's going to try and go sharp, I'm going to kind of curl it. If you were lucky enough to get some beeswax, or any wax really, beeswax will work. It's not a bad thing. So I'm just going to pin it in place so I can actually look at the placement of them. And then same with this ear. And then, yeah, I'll kind of curl it over my finger so that it gets that roundness into it. And as you can see, that works out really well for the colour that we've marked down. So that each guinea pig is going to be what I need. I'm just going to be where I need it. Now, I haven't got a photo reference for me to look at. But he looks pretty cute. The little bat ears. I think the ears actually sit further back on a real guinea pig. I'm not too worried about that. Just more or less praying it all comes together. There have been ones that use leather. You can, by all means, use a material. Like I said, I've sometimes used just the felt without actually wax. It comes up cute, but it doesn't have the same realism effect that I like. I like this realism look. So I'm just pinching it down at the moment because of those tassels. It's not a big thing, it's just locking them in place so that they don't come off. Now they can, you can rip anything off if you put enough force into it. Again, don't throw the poor thing around and you'll be right. I'm just going to attack this one as best I can because he's got a long tail and I want to kind of use that to my advantage as a, yeah, that thing. So that is kind of how you do the ears. And then we're on to the rest of the face. That will be time-lapsed because that'll be boring. And hopefully all will come together in the next video. And you'll be wowed and awed and, you know, if you find this is doing this, just add a little bit of whatever. Because there was a description there, I know. Pardon me. Okay, so your guinea pig is going to want to be a little bit more, like I said, it's a little bit more work in these things so that you can get that felt across. I don't mind if I have him actually clashing with more brown because the orange is running out. So what I will do is I'll probably do the orange to get that out of the way so I can get that out of the way. Yes, I cut the wool when I'm closer to the face so that I don't have to think about as much. And I always put the cut piece on the bottom. I don't know, it's weird. It's weird, and it works. Okay, so I'm just going to put that little fringe in there because that looks cute as. You can use glue, don't be afraid. I've completely skipped a lot of processes with the glue. But as you can see under there, it works really well. If you feel a need to add more fur on the underside of the ear, don't be afraid. I try not to add too much fur behind here. It just gets too awkward when you're trying to cut it and groom it and what have you. Let's put this little bit of orange. As I worked out that this is actually a butterscotch, not pumpkin, so I do apologise to my other video. They class it as butterscotch. And yeah, I'm just putting some of this stuff down. Just so I can get that fringe down. And then we can work from that. This little guinea pig is coming up really cute. It will be available for sale. If he doesn't already get sold in the next coming weeks. I will put him on my Etsy, I'm thinking. But that's for another story. Okay, so he's good. Yep. I'm good, you're good, everyone's happy. Don't be afraid because the ears are gonna mold. They you just kind of warm them up a little bit and you'll be able to mold them around if you have wax. If you didn't and you opted just for felt and all, you can, it's still curlable. It's just I like how thin the ears look. yeah, I think they look pretty cool. They make the guinea pig look a bit more realistic. Alright. Hi guys, so we have finished. I thought I'd come back and just do another show. Now, as you can tell, the white and the brown like to mix together, but it is what it is. I'm quite happy with her. Him, it, she. I think the patches came out really well. The ears are really, really good. The the grooming is something you're gonna probably go crazy with, like me. If you're not happy with how much is exposed here, you can add more white. Don't be afraid. I've left it just because I've actually run out of white. I've only got a little bit here, but I can't. Yeah, it's working. I think he looks all right. She's a guinea pig. As I said, the feet are now forgotten. All these other things that we had going on were forgotten. He is a little bit high in the head, but at the same time, he's looking up. He's realised you've come home. Like, hey, feed me. So yeah, that's pretty much the tutorial complete. Any questions, leave a comment, email me, blah blah blah, all the shebangs, and hopefully you'll be felting more little guinea pigs in no time. So from Cascraft Art, bon voyage, say see you laters, bye bye.